Hello, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Sharon, aka the Melanin Nostalgic Runner, and this is actually a different video than what I would normally do. This is actually just a brief kind of an update slash a little bit of a mini reaction, if anything, to the season finale of Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Y'all know I've been watching that show purely for my enjoyment because I've said it in multiple of my other Real Housewives videos that has just been chef's kiss. Child, I have watched that finale 5 times. 5 times. It's when I tell you, and I'm not going to spoil it too much, because I want y'all to actually go check it out. That's how good it was. Like, honestly, you don't even need to watch the rest of the season. Well, yeah, you should probably watch the whole entire season. Because this season, you don't need to watch any of the previous seasons for this season, basically, though. And that's kind of how it is for most Real Housewives shows. But this one especially, they did that. I was floored. Like, just the reveal. The new housewife cast member, who I don't know after all that if she's going to be back or not. And also more stuff has developed since then outside the show. And you already know when I mentioned with my reviews, I try my hardest not to go too outside the show. I try to be someone who just reviews the show and the show only, because you know, when you go outside the show, you end up spoiling things a lot of times, and I don't really. I want when people come to my channel to see the review, they're not getting spoiled for any future things. I want it basically when you come to my channel for the review, it's almost like you didn't even need to see the episodes. Like, okay, good enough. Okay, cool. I still want you to watch the episode for sure, but it is for me more of like, I don't want to spoil things. So I think I've shared that before, but I just want to mention that Heather, I'll just say the key players and what they did, but not spoiling anything. Heather, I don't know what to think about it. That's all I'm going to say. I don't know if you sat on that information the whole entire time, because it seems like you did. Because the way you had a whole entire monologue at the end of that, you ate. Monica. Oh, she's like, I don't know if you are a goon or if you're just playing a sociopathic. I don't know which one it is. But all I have to say is them two alone made that finale must-see TV. I ain't never seen nothing like that ever. That was, to me, better than, I guess, like a Real Housewives comparison would be like the Teresa Giudice, flipping the table, the earlier seasons of Real Housewives of New Jersey with Danielle. And y'all know who that is. And those earlier episodes with Danielle, she was a true villain. And yeah, there's definitely a true villain in this. I'm going to leave it to y'all to see that. Because if you've seen other people's reviews, you probably already got the spoiler. But if you haven't and you've just been under the rock, please go watch that season finale. I was so happy too. And by the way, if you watch it on Peacock, I will say this because I watch my stuff on Peacock. That whole entire end of it was commercial free. So I didn't have to wait. I wasn't on I wasn't like, no commercial. I didn't have that problem. It went all the way through. I was like, it was like a movie. Literally. I ain't never been so entertained. I hate them smacking, but that's the kind of reaction I got. Like, I ain't never been so entertained. I haven't been that entertained watching a reality show in such a long time. It was giving earlier days of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta with the love triangle. It was that kind of scandalous. It was just scandalous. And even like the other people on the show, like Whitney, the OGs minus Mary, all play their part. Angie wasn't really on it as much. But with that being said, because of what it did, your girl's gonna be reviewing the reunions. And it's a 3-part reunion. That's how good the season was. And lately, Bravo has only been doing 1-part reunions for shows that have been duds and maybe 2-part. Because they unfortunately haven't been too good. Actually, no, I take that back. They've been having only 2-part reunions lately. And because lately a lot of the Real Housewives shows have not been giving. And this, yeah. It was everything. It was everything. Yeah, it was. So yeah, I'm definitely going to be reviewing the reunions. It's 3 parts. It is worthy of having 3 parts, but I am still kind of thinking back my mind. Because when shows have been good on there, they've had 3 parts before, but I'm still not sure what the 3 parts are going to go into. And I don't know. Part of me was even thinking when I saw the finale, what would Mary have done if she was like on like at the vacation? Because Mary wasn't. So for those who have been watching, Mary was not there, and she's a friend of this season. I like to call her Mary J. Cosby, like Mary J. Blige, because she really doesn't care. And I understood why production didn't invite her, because she really hasn't been engaging with the cast like that. But that would have been the one, that finale, particularly that dinner scene, that would have been the scene where I would have wanted her to be there just to see what would have happened. Because I'm just, and also, that's the other reason why I'm looking forward to the reunion, because Mary is going to be there for the reunion. So we can see how things have gone. And if, Monica will be there next season. Also, too, just to give you a feel of how much this lady has been carrying this show and brought, like, I didn't think I was going to even watch Real Housewives of Salt Lake City like that and be entertained the way I was this season. But yeah, it was so good that she actually is like, so the reunion seating, for those who aren't familiar, the reunion seatings mean something. The Housewives try to say it don't. Andy even says that it doesn't, but it does. Because clearly, the closer you are to Andy, the more he's going to engage with you. The more questions he's going to usually sling at you. And if you're at the end, sometimes you're kind of forgotten. The only exception to that typically is if you're like a Candy Burris from like Real Housewives of Atlanta. She don't care about it because she knows she's going to be back. Because she's kind of the big name on the show. And she always has a storyline. Like, she's one of the only ones that almost always has a storyline. So she's like, yeah, I'm okay. And she makes Bravo a lot of money between all her spin-off shows and everything else she has going on. But this was the first time that I've ever seen. I think it's happened one other time before. But again, y'all know, for those who aren't aware, I'm new to like watching the Real Housewives shows. So any housewife reunions of yesteryears, I don't know about all that as much. But my point is, Monica got first chair next to Andy. And that like never happens. Normally the newbies are like at the end. And then they're kind of fighting to stay on the show. And with her, if it wasn't for this season finale and the fallout that I'm expecting to see at this reunion, I would say she's a shoo-in for next season. But again, I'm not going to say what happened. Y'all just need to watch it. Anyway, regarding the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, I forgot to mention one last thing. That the editors, they did that. The editors and producers of the show, they did that. The music was excellent. So if you're into like cinematography and stuff like that, yeah, they did that. They did that. It. I just cannot. I cannot say too many like more great things about it. Like Chef's Kiss. I just wanted to call it out too. It wasn't just the ladies, it was the team who put it together. And also the fact that this was in Bermuda because it was at their vacation, the cast trip. All of it, it was everything. It was everything. I just need to watch it. Anyway, I just had to vent about it and talk about it a little bit. And also, too, for those who haven't been watching some of my other videos, because I also had like a recap and stuff. I did also. I'm gonna switch focus real quick, and then we'll end this video because it's a very quick, just like, hey, what's up, y'all? And also, Happy New Year. I haven't talked to any of y'all since 2023 and it's 2024, so happy New Year. But the other thing I want to mention, though, is that I did try to watch Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip New York Legacy cast, and it's not that good. It's not that good. It's more interesting to me than the cast trip for Real Housewives of, well, Real Housewives New York, the reboot. That it's more interesting than that, at least, but it's still just, I would say, and the reason why, well, okay, sorry, my thoughts are over the place because I'm still just like, ugh, about that season finale. let me regroup real quick. Okay, Real Housewives of New York Ultimate Girls Trip. Yeah, I think it would be way more interesting if that lady wasn't on there. And those who are under a rock, Ramona, and I hate that I said her name because I don't want to give her anything, but she's on it, and she's just, yeah, she's not a good person, especially when it comes to people that don't look like her. So I'll just say that. And yeah, so she's on it, and this is before it got revealed that it got like pretty much brought to the surface where no one could deny anything, that she said the N-word, like, and like it was no problem. So yeah, so you imagine I did not really want to review it, and I'm not going to, as far as like scene by scene. So I did watch it though, just because I wanted to see if I was missing anything, and I really wasn't. So I actually stopped watching it after like the second episode. Yeah, it's not good. And they're missing a lot of their key players. And again, Bravo, don't do that again. Like, if you're going to have a legacy Ultimate Girls Trip thing, you need to have it where you actually have legacy cast members. The only two people that they have on there is, unfortunately, Ramona, because she's legacy, and then also Luann. And that's not enough for a legacy show. The other cast members have been on RHONY before, but they weren't the original OGs. Yeah. So, I mean, to me, it's like equivalent to like having a Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip, RHOA, aka Real Housewives of Atlanta, without a Nene Leakes. Or, I don't like the lady, but she is legacy, Kim Zolciak. You need to have your day ones there. And then maybe sprinkle in a couple people from season 2, like your Candy Burris. But yeah, outside of that, you need to not do it again, because they didn't have Bethany, because Bethany and the network are not on good terms. They did not have Jill. And the reason why, side note, the reason why they weren't going to have Jill's, because Jill's actually, they originally weren't supposed to, it wasn't even supposed to be originally an Ultimate Girls Trip. It was originally supposed to be the show, the legacy members or the legacy older cast of like Real Housewives of New York was supposed to continue on to have their own show, while the new reboot was going to be, it was going to be two separate shows. And by the way, all this is due to Ramona. And this was going to be their fix. But Jill wanted more money, allegedly, than what the network was really willing to pay. And so she stood everything up to the point where they just decided to throw the whole idea away and make it an Ultimate Girls Trip instead. So, yeah, Jill's not on good terms with the network either. And she's also an old G. So, yeah, it's just... And also, too, the other thing is this Ultimate Girls Trip was not supposed to be the one that came out. It was supposed to be another one that came out, but there's lawsuits and SA accusations in that probably will never see the light of day. And that one took place in Morocco. And actually, that one wasn't even going to be that great to me anyway, other than maybe seeing... No, really, I wasn't looking forward to that one either, because a lot of the people who were on that cast was on season 2 already of Ultimate Girls Trip. So it just kind of was, I don't know. So my whole point is with the Ultimate Girls Trip spinoff shows that Peacock has, I'm going to need them to have creative ones again. Like, for me, my favorite was the first one. The second one was okay. And then the third one was really good. I really liked the third one because they were in Thailand, and I actually enjoyed that one. Outside of the fact that there were some people who I don't really care for on there as much, but I did enjoy it. So yeah. But anyway, that does conclude this video. I wanted to make it just a little bit longer because I don't know. I couldn't help myself. But also, side note, another little update is I am going to try and make the rest of my reviews for these shows a lot shorter. It's been subconsciously in my head. I've even had a friend watch my videos and provide feedback, and I agree. I need to figure out how to do it. But anyway, that does conclude the video. Please like, comment, subscribe to the channel if you get anything out of the content. It's your girl Sharon, aka the Melon and Nostalgic Runner. I will see you next time. Bye.